Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Fits by Oma. Today I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful sweetheart neckline top, and please don't forget to watch this video to the end, like, comment and subscribe. You're welcome. So these are the measurements needed for the making of this top. So after getting them, let's begin. So I folded my material into two. Now you're going to take your biggest measurement, which is your hip measurement. Mine gave me 10.5 after dividing by 4, so I just used 12 inches. Okay, so next what we're going to do is to get the total length of the top. Now I want this top to cover my crotch area because I might be wearing it outside instead of tucking it in at times. So I use 23. You can make yours to be longer or shorter depending on whatever length you want. So I'm just going to mark this out. I'm going to mark this out and then I'm going to cut it out. I'm cutting this out to enable me to easily mark and cut on this part of the fabric, because the fabric it's kind of stretchy. It's not that stretchy, but it's kind of stretchy, so using the whole thing like that, it might pose a problem for me. So I'm just going to carefully cut this out to enable me to easily carry out my markings and cutting on this part of the material. So this is the front piece we're going to be working with. Okay, first what we're going to do, we are going to take out 6 inches. I don't want the sweetheart to be too deep, so since 6 inches is enough. If you want yours to be deeper, you can use 6.5, 7 or even 8 inches, but just note that it's going to be very deep if you do that. But for me, I'm going to use 6 inches. Now after that, I'm going to mark my chest line, which is 8 inches, and then I'm going to mark my bust line, which is 11 inches, and then I'm going to mark my waistline, which is 16 inches, and then the remaining part of the material, the ending part will serve as my hip line. So I'm just going to quickly draw the lines out. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just draw the lines out. So next we are going to take your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 14, divided by 2 is 7, but you're going to take in 2 inches minus 2 inches, so that will be 5. Okay, now you're going to divide your chest line by 4 and also mark it out. And please note, in all my markings I've already added 1.5 allowance inch, so please don't forget to mark your allowance. So what you do next is just to connect these two lines together the way you see me doing it. Okay, you're going to connect the lines together, and then you now go to your bust line. Now you're going to divide your bust line, your bust measurement by 4, and you're going to also mark it. Note I have added my allowance. Okay, you also do the same thing for your waistline. You're going to divide it by 4 and mark it out. Okay, next you go to your hip line, and that's the end of the material, and you're going to do the same thing. You divide it by 4 and mark it out. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do, the next thing that you're going to do is to come in on your bust line. You're going to come in by 1 inch. Okay, you're going to come in by 1 inch. That's what I have done. So next we're going to connect all the lines that we have marked out. Okay, this is how simple it is. You're just going to connect everything that you have marked out. You connect the chest line to the bust line to the waistline down to the hip line. Okay, now for the to get the sweetheart neck, you are just going to do a like upward curve from that point, as you see me mark, from that point to that to the neck, to your chest line. That's just it. You're connecting your bust point to your chest line, sorry, your chest line to your with this with upward curve. So after that you're going to cut it out. Okay, cut it out carefully. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to carefully cut it out. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, comment. I'll be waiting in the comment section to hear from you. So please don't forget to do that so this video can move on to people that also need it. Okay, so that is it. We are we have cut out the top. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Next we're going to cut out the back part. I have folded my material into two, and I also left a space for the zipper allowance. Now I'm going to also cut it out to enable me easily maneuver with this fabric, because this fabric moves around a lot. So to enable me to easily work on it, I'm just going to cut it out so that what I'm left with is what I actually need. Now I really hope you can see how I folded it. Now I'm just trimming the under part of it, because it has the front piece and the back piece has to be equal. So I'm just trimming it out. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is to cut out the front the back piece. Okay, that's what you are going to do. I'm just going to quickly pin it to so that it won't move so much, because it has to be equal. Your cutting has to be equal to avoid issues. So the next thing, I'm just going to cut out this side of it. I'm just going to cut it out. The middle part of the front piece is towards the zipper line. Please note that the middle part of the front piece is towards the zipper line. That's the side that is unopened. It's towards the zipper line. The other side that I'm cutting now is the open part of it. Okay, and you're just going to just trace it out and cut it. There's nothing much to be done on that part. Now this side is where your zipper will be, so I'm going to be using 1.5 zipper allowance. You can use 2 inches, you can use even 1 inch, but I advise you use 1.5. 1.5 is okay. So the material is not even all through. So I just have to mark 1.5 inch out throughout, okay, so that it will be equal. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm marking out my 1.5 inch all through. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, the next thing that we're going to do is to just join the lines. Okay, the way that I'm doing it, just join the line so it will be the same all through. Okay, I'm just going to join the lines. Next, I'm going to be drawing out the neckline for the back. Now, the sweetheart for the front goes upward, but that for the back is going to come downward. Okay, it's going to come downward, just the way that I'm doing it. It's going to come downward like that. So you're just going to join it. Let me quickly remove this pin. You're just going to join it from that edge. We are saying, from that edge, you're just going to connect it in a downward. You can use your French curve for this, but you can also use your free hand. So I'm just going to cut it out. As you can see, I'm just carefully cutting it out. That is basically the all you do for cutting out the back part of this piece. Okay, so if you want your neckline to be deeper, you can also make yours deeper, but I'm okay with this. So this is what you're going to do, and you're done with your back piece. You're done cutting your back piece. This is what it looks like. Next, the next thing we're going to do is to cut out the facing. You just fold your fabric into two as if you are cutting out your piece for the first time. Okay, and then you now place, this is the front piece, you now place it. The side that is not open is aligned to the side that is also not open. Okay, let me just rearrange this. As you can see, the side that is not open, as I was saying, is aligned to the side that is also not open on the fabric. Okay, the mid part is aligned to the mid part. Okay, so make sure you place it accurately to avoid cutting out the wrong thing. Okay, so all you need to do is just trace it out. Okay, and cut it out. I'm cutting out the sweetheart part. Okay, and then you're just going to cut out the other part. You just trace it out. That is basically what you are doing. You're just tracing out, like it's the top portion of the front piece. Okay, I'm just cutting that side out. You're going to fold it. I'm cutting this. I'm cutting out this front part so big because I want it to serve like also like a lining and also a facing, because this cloth does not have a lining. This is how I want it to be. You can cut yours smaller than this. Some people do, okay, but I want mine to be big. That's why I'm cutting it this big. Okay, so it's just to trace out the upper part of the material. That's just what we are doing. Okay, so this is the lining. this is the facing, sorry, not the lining. This is the facing for the front piece. For the back piece, I'm basically doing the same thing. Fold your material into two, and then you carry your back piece and align it same way. Okay, align it, let everything be aligned correctly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to also cut it out. Okay, we are also going to trace these out. Okay, so yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I'm just tracing it out the same way I did the front piece. I just trace it out. You can also bend it backwards to cut out if you want. Mine is also a little bit big, but this is how I want it to be. You can make yours to be smaller if you want, but like I said, this is how I want mine. This is how big I want mine to be. Okay, so this is it, just tracing it out. Please, if you have not liked my video, please do so. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you also, don't forget to leave a comment. Okay, and also share this video to be much appreciated. Open the back part, because that side is where the zipper will be. Okay, you can see this is the facing for the back. Okay, so after that, now I want to trim. You can trim this when you are cutting it out first, or you can do it later the way I'm doing it, so it's your choice. I'm just trimming it because I don't need it to be the other side to really go and attach to the zipper part. Okay, so this is the facing for the back. Now this is for the hand. I have cut out 8 inches, inches, and then across, and 53 inches are long. Okay, you can make yours longer or shorter, it's your choice. So next you're going to fold it into twice and sew. Okay, both up and down, fold it twice and sew from beginning to the end. Now I have done that. I did that off camera. Okay, I have sewed it. So what you're going to be doing, yeah, I bent it into two and sewed it. I did that for both arms. So next you're going to attach the elastic. I'm using 8-inch elastic for the top and 10-inch elastic for the bottom. Yours can be longer or shorter. You can take your measurement of your arm in order to get the length of the elastic, but mine is 8 and 10 inches. So what you're going to do next is to carry your safety pin and just attach it to the top of your elastic. Sorry, it's okay. Attach it to the top of your elastic and just put it into that place that you sewed. Okay, into that hole. Okay, and then you just keep pushing it till it gets to the end. Okay, that's what I'm going to do this off camera, but I know you get the gist. Okay, you're just going to do that. When the end of the elastic comes to the end of the material, you can hook it so it doesn't slide into the material. All right, so just do that all through for both arms. Okay, do that all through. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera to save time. And the next thing, I have attached my facing for the back part. Okay, right sides facing each other. I attached the facing. So what you're going to do, what you're going to do next, what you're going to do next is to, I did that for both sides. Okay, as you can see, I did that for both sides. Okay, so this is the zip that I want to use. Okay, that's the zip that I want to attach. But before then, we're going to notch it. Just notch it the same way you see me notching it. I'm notching twice. You can notch like 3 or even 4 places so that to enable it expand easily, because when you wear your clothes it's going to expand. So to enable easy expansion, you're going to notch it. Okay, so that's what I have done. I've done that. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is the zip. I'm going to show you how you're going to attach your zip. Just do it the same way, just as you see me do it. Okay, remember this is the back, this is the inside piece of the inside part of the cloth. So I'm going to show you with the safety pin how I'm going to attach, how I'm going to sew it. Okay, because I'm sewing it off camera, I'm just going to use the safety pin to show you how I'm going to sew it. Okay, this is how you sew it. Sew it as close as you can to the ridge of the zip, as close as you can, very close to the zip, but it should not touch the ridge of the zip, but sew it very close to the ridge. Okay, so you do it for that side, you also do it for the second part. I'm just going to also attach the pin just to like give you an idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, just to give you an idea. All right, let me put the second safety pin just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like at the end. Okay, so the sewing is you're going to do it and sew it down all the way down to the end of your material. Okay, after doing that, see how neat it is. Okay, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, after sewing it, I'm just using the pin just to give you an idea. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Then the top part will be bent in. You're going to bend it in and also sew it. Okay, I'm going to bend it in and sew it also with the facing, and make sure it aligns beautifully and correctly. So next is I have finished putting the elastic in the hand. Okay, and I have attached, I sewed the edge at each place so the elastic doesn't come off. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. After that, I'm just going to show you the what I'm going to do off camera. But first, you're going to also notch the front piece. Okay, this front part, you're also going to notch it. You can give like 2 inch or 2 to 3 inch space and notch, 2 to 3 inch space and then notch. Okay, so you're going to attach your front and back piece, like right sides facing each other. Okay, just as you see me doing, the right sides facing each other. Okay, now when I'm done sewing, I am going to use my I'm going to sew this thing down, but first I'm going to the hand. You're going to, since this is like the inside part of the cloth, you are going to turn it inside out and then align the hand. Okay, just as you see me doing, align each side, both sides together. Okay, you're going to align it and sew. I'm going to do all this off camera, please. Okay, align it and sew it. Okay, you're going to do the same thing for the second part. Turn it inside out. Okay, and then align, attach and sew. For the other part, you also do the same thing, align and sew. Okay, then I'm going to also attach sew the sides of the material together. Okay, I'm going to take my measurement divided by 4 and I'm going to sew along that part. Then I'm also going to sew the down part of the material. Okay, you just fold it into 2 and sew. Okay, do the same for the down part and make sure that as you're doing it, they are both the front piece and the back piece, the amount you are folding is equal so that everything will be equal at the end. Okay, so just as you see me do, you're going to fold it twice. Okay, fold it twice like so. Okay, and then you're going to sew along. Okay, do the same thing for the second part, sew along. So that is it. Is the final look of the top. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I paired this with the skirt I made. The link of the video of the skirt will be in the description box. Okay, see, it looks like a gown. This is basically like a two-piece. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any questions you have, just drop them in the comment section. I'll be there to answer whatever questions you have. So see you in my next video.